Big question that a lot of people get, especially if they're in my weight loss challenge, has been, hey Pablo, I want to gain muscle, but I don't want to gain weight. Well, let me explain. Better question is, do you understand what body composition really means? And I feel that if you understand body composition and know how to measure it and have your goals, that's going to be a better thing to look at, just not weight. Maybe you're somebody who's weight training, you're exercising, you're eating right, you're drinking your water, you're sleeping, and then time goes by and you haven't lost any weight, or maybe you've gained weight. Does that mean you're doing bad? Well, I don't know. So something that I recommend would be to really understand what body composition means and have maybe a scale to really understand and gauge that over time. Your body obviously is created kind of like this kettlebell, right? This kettlebell, some of it's metal, some of it's plastic, right? So it's composed of different things. Your body's the same way, right? It's composed of water, lean mass, and body fat, bone, and other organs, right? The question is, as you either lose weight, maintain weight, or gain weight, the question is, what have you either gained, maintained, or lost over time? A scale like this would be something very good for you. If you don't have something like this, it could be very inexpensive from Amazon, a digital scale with body composition option. These kind of scales are going to measure your weight, but they're going to break them down into different things. Body fat, lean mass, perhaps water, bone mass, and then obviously some of them are a little bit more fancy and break them down into skeletal muscle. Then a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, a month goes by, and then you weigh yourself, right? And then you see, okay, what am I really gaining, right? And how fast? Because you're going to notice certain trends over time. Let's say you gain some weight, but you're wanting to gain weight because you want muscle mass, and then you get on these body composition scales and it says your skeletal muscle went up, your lean mass went up, right? And then your body fat either maintained or maybe a little bit up or maybe even decreased. Then that's a good sign that you're doing things right. Something that might be telling you, hey, you know what, slow down on maybe the amount of calories that you've been eating, perhaps your carbs and your fat, might be that over time your skeletal muscle does go up, your muscle mass does go up, but your body fat goes up as well a lot, very fast. That means that maybe you just got to slow down on the calories. You're not going to know that if you don't have like a body composition scale and you don't gauge or measure yourself consistently over time. Most likely you don't want to just measure yourself maybe once a year or every 6 months, because you won't really have a good feel of how your nutrition plan is doing and your weight training plan or maybe your exercise routine is going. There is a disclaimer obviously that, you know, if you're measuring yourself every day, from day to day, that's not a very good measurement, because things might change. You might be a little bit dehydrated one day, you might be more hydrated, and there are other things that might also happen that really mess up a little bit of the numbers, which are hydration, meal proximity to the measurement, exercise proximity. You don't want to work out and do the measurement, right? If you're on your period, for the ladies, right? So these are things to note whenever you're doing these body composition measurements. I'd recommend maybe, for example, doing it once a week. Maybe it's a Friday, maybe it's a Monday, right? And maybe, or every 2 weeks for sure. And then kind of gauging that over time to see how you're doing. I've heard many experts talk about, you know, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, kind of see what's happening and if there's a trend, and then from there make changes. So don't make changes like every other day, right, on your workouts or on your meal plan. Gauge it every 2 to 3 weeks, 21 days. Other things to remember is have non-scale victories or non-scale measurements as well, like your inches. How do your clothes feel? That's very important also, besides that body composition scale, right, and the weight. We understand in our We Do Transformation challenges that we do every single month, which one starting this first Monday of the month, is that people have different goals. So that's why we pick and choose the top 10 challengers that win this challenge by the best before and after transformation pictures. So it could be somebody who's trying to lose some body fat or gain some muscle. So what really matters is who has the best transformation in 21 days. So to summarize, you know, my question for you would be, what are your goals? Are you trying to gain muscle? Are you just trying to slim down? Are you trying to lose body fat? And make sure that you have the correct tools to be measuring over time. Once you have these tools, maybe Don't make big drastic changes until you really see a trend every 2 to 3 weeks. See what's happening, see how your body fat is doing, see how your water, your muscle mass is doing over time, and then from there make baby steps or change small things over time to really see what works for you or what's working over time. I'll make a later video. Let's say somebody is 300 pounds or very heavy. Obviously you're going to be eating very differently, and your goals for macros are going to be very differently than when you reach 200 pounds, right? And then your goal weight is maybe 175, right? I'll make a video on that later to see how that works. So like and share this video.